Hey everyone, and welcome back to the GIST English Masterclass. Today we're going to talk about a word you probably think you know, the word run. But trust me, it's so much more than just moving fast. It's kind of like a secret agent of the English language with tons of different meanings. You ready to find out what they are? So let's just look at the word itself. Run. What's the very first thing you think of? Yeah, probably someone moving their legs really fast, maybe in a park, right? And that's totally correct. But what if I told you a business can run, or that you can run out of Merck, or even run into an old friend? See, it's wild. We're about to dive into all these super common uses that you'll hear all the time. Okay, so here's what we've got on the menu today. First, we'll look at why run is just full of surprises. Then we'll jump into some really useful everyday expressions. After that, we'll see how you can use run in meetings and even when talking about technology. And you're going to want to stick around for the end because I've got the secret to making all this stuff super easy to remember. All right, section 1, a verb of surprises. So what's the deal with run? Why is it so weirdly flexible? Well, the secret isn't just the word run by itself. The real magic happens when you pair it with another little word, like run out or run into. Suddenly, poof, the meaning completely changes. We call these phrasal verbs, and learning them is one of the best ways to make your English sound way more natural. Okay, let's get practical. Section 2 is all about everyday expressions. These are the ones you can hear and, start using right away in your daily conversations. First up, one you will hear all the time, run out of. It just means you have no more of something. It's all gone. You can run out of things you can touch, like coffee or sugar, but you can also run out of things you can't touch, like time or even energy. So picture this. You wake up, you're excited for your morning coffee, you open the fridge, and disaster. No milk. It's completely empty. What do you say? You say, oh no, we ran out of milk this morning. It's the perfect, most natural way to say it. And see how it works for things that aren't physical. Same exact phrase. Let's say you're taking a test or giving a presentation. You look at the clock and you're getting a little nervous. You might think, I have to hurry. I don't want to run out of time before I'm finished. Okay, this next one is so common. I mean, you will hear this one every single day. Running late. It's super simple. It just means you are behind schedule, you're not going to be on time. So let's say you're on your way to meet a friend, but there's a lot of traffic. You can just send a quick text that says, hey, I'm so sorry, I'm running a few minutes late. It's polite, it's natural, and honestly, it sounds a lot better than just saying I am late. It's a little softer, All right, moving on to section 3. Now this next one, run into, is a little tricky. Why? Because it has two totally different meanings. But don't worry, it's actually really easy to tell them apart once you see how they work. Okay, so here are the two meanings. Meaning number 1 is about people. If you run into someone, it means you meet them by surprise, unexpectedly. Meaning number 2 is about difficulties. If you run into a problem, it means you experience an issue you weren't expecting. Let's look at some examples to make this super clear. Okay, so for the first meaning, meeting someone. Imagine you're just walking down the street, maybe getting a coffee, and bam, you see your old manager from a few years ago. You weren't planning to see them. So later, you could tell your friend, guess what? I ran into my former manager at the train station today. And now for the other meaning, problems. So you're in a big online meeting, everything's going great, and then your internet stops working. Ugh. In that situation, you could say, we ran into a technical issue. So you see the connection? Whether it's a person or a problem, run into is all about something happening that you did not expect. Okay, now let's talk about work. In the office, in business, and in technology, the word run is everywhere. It's a really important one to know for professional situations. So, in business, when you run something, it just means you manage it, you operate it, you lead it, you're in charge. You can run a business, or you can run a department, or even run a meeting. For example, look at this sentence. When we say she runs a small consulting firm in Paris, what does that mean? It means she is the boss. She manages the company. Simple as that. And now for a really modern one from the world of tech. When we talk about computers, to run a program or run software means to make it work, to execute it. And a quick tip here, we just say run software, not run a software. Software is uncountable here. So maybe you need a new computer for your work. You need to know if it's powerful enough. You could ask the person at the store, can this computer run advanced design software? It's the perfect question to ask. Okay, we've learned a lot of new meanings for run. And you might be thinking, okay, but how do I remember all this? Don't worry, I have a secret for you. The best way to learn these, and it's actually really easy. The secret is something called chunking. And it just means this. Don't learn single words. Learn the whole phrase together, like a little group. So, don't just learn run. Learn the whole chunk. Run out of. Don't learn into. Learn run into a problem. When you learn these chunks, they stick in your brain so much better. And it's what will make you sound so much more fluent. So let's just do a super quick review of the chunks we learned today. We've got run out of, running late, run into a person, run into a problem, run a business, and run software. These are your new run power phrases. Seriously, practicing these phrases is going to make a huge difference in how natural your English sounds. So here's a little challenge for you. Just try to use one of them today. Just one. That's all for today's masterclass. See you in the next class.